Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the live stream. Let's continue on from where we last left off, whatever, how long ago that was. So we have defeated the British Union. So we have all of England, Scotland, Wales, all under our control. And now it is time for our preparation for the invasion of France, which shouldn't be, I think, too difficult. Where is my navy right now? Do I even have a navy? I know it got, like, sunk. Yeah, I have 12 ships. Mostly awful submarines. But you know what? Ships are ships. I'm not going to complain. So we're going to get these guys combined, ship them down at least towards the English Channel. And are we like 87%, 91? Yeah, I think with the defeat of the British, we're pretty much golden. We have free reign. I mean, we're still at war with the Russians, but the Donner-Cuban Union is doing a fantastic job. I really don't think Russia... I mean, Russia's going to lose for sure. And once Russia's dead, the French have absolutely no chance in hell of winning. We also got France here. They are doing some decent work in Italy, which is, I appreciate it. We have our ships who have now arrived. I just want to see, like, is there any port around northern France that just doesn't have anybody in it? Oh, yeah, the very first port here. Beautiful. So once I get all our troops in position, we should be good. These are, like, our ghost troops. Apparently, we cannot disband them. So, yeah, they're just going to hang out there. But with only 11 divisions, like, we're not a strong army for sure. We essentially need to do the same thing we did with Britain. That is land troops in Normandy. Technically control the state. Actually, thinking about it, because I think this is going to be a little bit difficult, because we need to take probably like a bunch of cities to actually be considered in control of the province. So let's not land there. Let's land maybe a little bit further away from the front. Yeah, like right here. We can take these two cities. We can get that done. Then we can just transfer that province over to the Germans, and hopefully they'll just kind of start sending troops over there, like they did with England. Of course, we probably actually want to move troops over towards Plymouth instead. That's going to be a little bit closer. Okay, so we got some better fighters. Are we even actually making any fighters? We are a handful, not a ton, but you know, some. Right now, they are still in Ireland, so we'll send them over here to southern England. How many men do you guys actually have? 133 to probably about 160 divisions, if I take a guess. You're probably looking at 60. Austria, unfortunately, isn't in the war. If they were, that'd be lovely. Bismarck Sea. I do not care in the slightest what's happening over in East Asia. I know, yeah, we're technically at war with the Japanese. I don't think we really need to worry about that too much. Why are you taking attrition? The marshes, okay. Apparently in the Bay of Biscay, we actually don't have naval superiority. Only 35%, huh? Is there any actual ships there? I don't think so. So we're gonna send at least our ships for a convoy escort in this region. I mean, it is 1940. Mechanized, better rifles, probably a little bit too advanced. And we have most of the good tech as well for industrial output. So let's go for light tanks, maybe? No, that doesn't make any sense at all. You know, let's just research the 1942 rifle. I think that's going to be A-okay. We'll land as soon as we have the capacity to do so. We're 43%. I'm assuming our aircraft definitely cannot reach, yeah, the Bay of Biscay, unfortunately. And I don't think there's anything around here that could actually help us either. In Spain, they did go for the isolationists as we stand alone. So there is no chance in hell they can open up a second front for us, which is a shame. I would really like it if they would do that. 1941 artillery. You know what? 71 days. Not too bad. Our troops have now left. You are from Cuba and two Sicilies. It's nice to have you at least on board. I mean, the other alternative that we can do is just maybe we can send troops to Russia in order to try to get them to capitulate a little bit faster. But I really don't think, like, our troops probably are not best served there, right? Okay, so we're about to land in Nantes. Beautiful. All our troops are going to immediately deploy over here. And also, I'm going to immediately give this territory to Germany. Germany. Give control of state. Upper Brittany. Now Germany's in occupation of it. They should hopefully begin to send troops over here. You know, this is, can the same plan work twice? Can what we do in England work again in France? They've already immediately put troops in the region. Not a huge surprise. What we want to do, of course, is kind of clean up this northern area here. Guess we busted you. Keep two of these guys back. If we can take Brest, it does shrink our front line down a decent amount, which is kind of what we're looking for. Who's actually on this front? Everybody's here. You five are here. Yeah, it looks like we're actually going to be able to bust through this pretty easily as well, which is nice. Germany, are you sending troops over yet? There's some troops here, but they look like these might be, yeah, Middle Africa. I don't think they're going to send the same amount of men, which is unfortunate. Yeah, it looks like they kind of just abandoned this area, which isn't a huge surprise. Okay, no, there are German troops arriving. I think, maybe. My convoys do not need to be out here. Did I capture an airport? No, but there is one further to the north. And that should be enough, basically, for us to win this battle. Have one guy over here. And yeah, that should be good. So it's nice to have a pretty decisive early victory over the French here. Is there another, like, just... mobile offense, we get a little bonus at 100x army experience, so we will hold off a little bit on that. Get all of our troops back to the front line. Like, there is a decent amount of French troops here, unfortunately. And again, like, our army isn't large enough to make major offensives. Like, we can't cover that much ground. But I can't wait. I can't wait till the day till when Russia loses their war. We are going to be in a significantly better spot. Yeah, 194 aircraft. I mean, actually, 450 fighters on our side. I mean, you might be able to make this work a little bit. Yeah, we got high defense. How much is that actually... how much is our air support helping us? Right now, so it's about like a 3% penalty, which isn't that bad. I could set... you know what? I don't think we need to defend Ireland anymore. We're just going to send all of our troops over to France. All of you just move down to the south. Thank you. Like, our defense here is massive, but they actually have a huge combat width. So we actually probably do want to pull back. Do not attack. I don't know who's attacking, but do not do that. Just hold your ground for now. Some German troops are now arriving in the territory. You know, it's nice to see them here. Like, Canada, like, I would give you military access, but fortunately the AI just never actually takes those things at all. I know the people in in Ulster are still a little bit upset with us. So you know what? Let's try to reduce tensions there slightly. Yes, they're doing another assault against us. Apparently they have shore bombardment. I really don't know how. We have an intel advantage against them. I mean, I have so many spies. Why are they all here? Do some propaganda here. Well, you're French, right? You are British. Let's send the French lady to do propaganda. She was building the intel network. Right. So you do into that. We probably don't need 2 people defending. Needs a little bit much. You can only do propaganda in their capital. Boost ideology, I don't think that we can really do that at all. You know, let's just build more intel networks then. Just around various places within France. Okay. Cuba has some troops here. Middle Africa has some troops here. How many men are we able to kill? I mean, 8,000 is looking pretty good. All this area of Micronesia, again, doesn't actually make any difference for us. How close is Russia? Because I don't think they've taken Moscow or St. Petersburg yet. Or I guess Petrograd. You know what? The 2 people who we have spying the south, these 2 guys. Infiltrate the French government, and maybe we can get something done here. Like, how much manpower does France have? They have no manpower. Okay, that does make things significantly easier for us. I mean, we only have 92,000, but we don't have that many men, so we can definitely, I think, hold out longer than they could. We also know they have no infantry equipment, so they're not going to be training up any new troops anytime soon, which is nice. Middle Africa, I appreciate your, I don't know, enthusiasm? Maybe might be the word, but not too sure if what you're doing actually makes any sense at all. Yeah, because as long as France just constantly keeps attacking us, eventually they're just going to run themselves dry. They won't be able to actually do anything. So we also are a little bit worried about the United States. If they do end up joining the Internationale, that could lead to some penalties for us, for sure. How much manpower does Russia have? 351,000, honestly, is not a lot for Russia. And most of these front lines, all I see is that we outnumber the Russians, but the AI does not want to take advantage of that, which is a real shame. I wish they'd be slightly more aggressive. Yeah, like 889. I really don't see a way we can break through that at the moment. These are like our good medium tanks, right? No, these don't 12 combat with. And they're heavy tanks, right? They got decent breakthrough. Like, do we have more heavy tanks? We have 7 in reserve. Okay, so you have some problems with that. I mean, if the Entente also wants to launch like a naval invasion just anywhere, I would appreciate it. I mean, they've done something in Italy, which is nice. And I do think we are probably close to Austria entering the war. Because I think if the SRI takes over 2 Sicilies, that does trigger an event where Austria intervenes. Which would, of course, help us significantly. Just opening up another front line here with the Internationale. An agent got captured. It was the lady who's actually French. The one who I did not expect to get captured was the one who got captured. So let's intelligence agency. We're already preparing this. We need to rescue our operative, so send over the lady who's doing propaganda right now. She's a demolition expert. You know, we'll send her. Commence when ready. Yeah, you're all both going to commence when ready. So hopefully we can get her back. I would like, you know, a French-speaking agent seems pretty useful in France. Just my 2 cents there. We don't need to recruit. Unfortunately, like, I actually cannot disable this event. Like, I can't stop from popping up there. Like, how many men has France lost in this war? 1.3 million. That's really not that many. I mean, they're only on extensive conscription. Germany's still on volunteer only, damn. Germany has manpower for days. The Russian Empire has gone their way down to... At 74%. Moscow, I think, will fall sooner rather than later. Petrograd probably is going to fall to invasion from the north. I don't know why Cuba, Morocco, and Middle Africa are sending troops to Finland and not to, say, Brittany, where they would probably be more effective. Venezuela's capitulated. They were at war with the Canadians, right? I'm going to assume that the answer to that question is yes. So Canada can have Venezuela. I don't know who else they would be at war with. Central America, Mexico, you are all in the Internationale. Definitely, we're not going to make any effort in invading you. Hello, Jaden Bedford. How are you? Like, we could maybe, like, make some attacks into France, but it's risky. It is very risky. Uh, 1941. You know what? Let's go for the advanced artillery. It's going to take almost the entire year, but I think we should be fine. War support's looking good. Stability's looking A-okay. And once you guys can actually start pushing France back, you know, like, their militias don't have enough manpower to actually be at full strength, which is a little bit depressing. They're trying to land troops behind our lines, which is a little bit of a shame, but they might land, like, in Bruges, but I don't think that's really going to make any difference here. Yeah, because they're not going to need supplies, so... Like, Italy, you're fighting a war at home near Rome. I don't understand why you would want to navally invade. Also, Kingdom of France, good work there. You've actually managed to crush your way into Sicily. And Japan's got a war on China. Does that make any difference to us? I don't think so. Also, I accidentally closed my chats. There we go. Okay, that is all resolved now. Yeah, you're just in a major war now. That's fine. I mean, it's just another person for Japan to fight. And, of course, we are actually at war with Japan. So that is in our best interest to see those guys fight. Austria. Would you be interested in just invading the Internationale? Like, I know I can't force you in, but it would make me quite happy. Like, unfortunately, these guys on our border are not weak. These are not, like, the weakened divisions. I mean, they're slightly weak, and they got a little bit of missing orange bar there. But not a lot. Like, because we know Spain is never going to enter the war. Like, Sicily, yeah, two Sicilies is dead. And again, that should trigger Austria intervening. It's one of the triggers. You really still not thinking Moscow yet? I mean, I understand it's a little bit harder without Estonia and Latvia there to support you, but still, I would have expected a little more push there. Yeah, a little bit more submarines. Is there anything I can really do with my my fleet? I don't think so. Hello. How are you doing today? Yeah, so Germany, Middle Africa actually is slowly putting troops in here. Everybody's at war with everybody, man. 21,000. I mean, they really don't have that many factories, all things considered. Gonna place a Triad. Is the Triad Syndicate even still in Kaiserreich? Didn't they remove that at some point? You're actually gonna push us out of here. That is an issue. I mean, we do have more than one port. Well, that is actually really bad news. They actually managed to kick us out of one of these provinces. Please do not attack. That's not going to help us out at all. Germany, I need your support here. No national focus. 2 factories, 4 infrastructure, 50 political power. It solves the tension in the country, which seems pretty okay. Is it still in? Didn't know that. Let's define an industrial strategy. Not too sure what that does. The flavor text is a little bit vague on that. So we have, it's a 2-province front line for them, so it is going to be harder for them to kind of push their way through, because no matter what, the combat width is going to be quite small. Oh, but the Kingdom of France, they have actually landed troops in France itself, so hopefully maybe the Entente can get something good to work there. Because again, what we need is, we just need as many fronts as humanly possible against the commune. Recruitment in Europe. More propaganda. What's your name? The really be bruh moment? The Entente and the Reichspakt meet. We will be there. I don't think I've ever seen this actually go through. They reworked it so it didn't break China's economy. Or China's focus tree.